Hello everyone, my name is Data, and today I wanted to talk about Marvel Rivals. More specifically, the tournament that happened last weekend, and all the drama surrounding it. Now, I would like to say that, first of all, this is my opinion, and I, by no means, am a pro. I barely play the game, to be honest. And my opinion, this is just my opinion on how the people reacted, not so much of the game. Like, I'm sure there are way more experienced and qualified people who could tell you, like, was Black Widow the best choice? Should she have gone Bucky? Should she, like, how to play the game better in that scenario? I am not one of those people. I just wanted to talk about the drama surrounding the tournament and the people around it. Now, I would like to start by explaining how I first heard about the tournament, because I'm not really on that side of, like the internet, really. I don't focus on drama, really, or stuff like that. But I was scrolling through TikTok and I saw a video basically saying player kicked from $40,000 tournament for being toxic and misogynistic. And I didn't really care at that moment. Like, I just kind of continued scrolling on. That kind of sat in my brain for a minute until, like, I think it was like a couple hours later, and I saw another video from this one from Kingsman, though, and it was titled "Why I Got Kicked from the $40,000 Tournament," like his POV. And then that kind of got me interested into it because I wanted to see his side. I mean, was he really, like, toxic to his team? Was he misogynistic? Was he rude? Like, so I checked it out. And first of all, I wanted to say was the way the tournament and the people in that tournament tried to paint him was not even close to how I viewed it, and I'm sure any normal viewer viewed it as well. So already it kind of left a bad taste in my mouth, just thinking someone would try and lie and kick someone out of a tournament, like a $40,000 tournament, just to try and get rid of them. So I did some more research, and like this is between, like, listening from everyone's POV and trying to find as much information as I could. Granted, I kind of just watched his video and talked a little. I saw a couple more clips and stuff, but I do want to say that I don't think he did anything wrong, and I think the way he handled it was very smart. And I mean, he's grown significantly, so I would say, even though he lost the chances of that tournament, I feel like he will be very welcomed into future and ongoing endeavors with Marvel Rivals, like tournaments and all that. Now, I want to start with the tournament, and I guess Baz, I think his name, was the creator of, or the host of the tournament. I want to start with, if you're in a tournament scenario like that and you're the host, if you're getting a lot of messages from, like, this team basically saying that you need to kick out this one member because he's throwing the whole team down and he's not, like, it's hurting the team. As a host, you need to pull these guys, like, aside and talk to them individually, especially the one being accused and the ones accusing, and listen to what's going on, listen to the VODs, listen to, like, all their POVs and all their sides before you ever make a decision that big. Because, again, $40,000 is a lot of money. Now, it was split amongst the teammates, which evened out to about 3K, but 3K is still a lot of money. I mean, it can make or break a lot of, like equipment, or, like, it could just help out, in this case, Kingsman's college and stuff. And as a small content creator, I'm sure he'd be grateful to have that compared to, like, some of the other bigger ones in the tournament. He was very, very vocal about wanting that money. And I mean, I believe anyone would be vocal about wanting that money. It doesn't matter what job you're working. $3,000 is $3,000. Now, hopefully in future tournaments or whatever, you can, and if there was something to happen like that again, I would hope to see that there would be, like, conversations that aren't involving everyone, not just the people accusing, and hopefully they're not listening to just one side. And I know he apologized for that too, and I feel like it was pretty genuine. I mean, he genuinely seemed like he didn't listen to Kingsman at all, and he felt sad, like, really bad about it, because you're supposed to be hosting this huge tournament and you didn't really listen to your contestants that well. So he apologized for that, which is fine. It makes sense. I mean, I think he didn't. I think he got noticed in terms of, like, I think he learned what he needed to do better in terms of that kind of scenario. If he's ever put into that host of a tournament scenario ever again, I think he'll definitely know what he needs to do. Now that brings me on to my next point, which is the whole streaming and recording everything. Like, it's great. It's a great thing because obviously you have receipts. You can literally like bring up people's VODs and check out everything and ensure that, you know, nothing bullying or harassing or like anything like that can go on. I mean, you can literally see most of everything that's going on. Now, there is some gray water in that area with the whole, like, just people could lie and whatever, but most of the time whatever you do is put out for people to see. Now, if you got your whole team, or if you get a thing where your someone's team, like your whole team is against you and they're saying these things behind your back muted and they're trying to get you kicked out and whatever, I think it was very smart for Kingsman to obviously still be recording and obviously posting his full side, because without that I literally would have walked away with that first video of him just being like rude to his team and being misogynistic. But in reality, it was completely different, and the picture they tried to paint slowly or quickly became false with all the recording and the clipping and all that. But for future tournaments, I would like to think that some of that stuff needs to happen in the background. Like, it is good to record it, but I don't know if showing your viewers that kind of unprofessionalism is one thing. Like, you're showing these people who are watching you like just this unprofessional standard and showing that like you can lie and cheat and trying to get this guy kicked out. It's like it doesn't strengthen anyone's case by any means. Now, I would think, you know, keep it recorded. Make sure you are recording. Like, everyone should be recording if you're in a conversation like that, but do ensure that, I don't know if we as viewers should be able to see all that drama unfold in real time. I do think it's entertaining, but it also is negatively impacting on a lot of creators as well, and it kind of like sheds to light a lot of other things. Now, some of these guys, which I'll go into the like CC's team, and I'll go into them later, but I would like to say that some of them, like the people who won the tournament and whatever, with the whole drama going on, it got blown over. I mean, I didn't even know the tournament. I thought the tournament was still going, to be honest. I had no clue that it finished up and the winner got the money and like won, but he didn't get much from it because of all the drama around it. So it kind of took away from his win. I still think, you know, he did grow from winning that tournament, and he did get what he wanted. So it wasn't a loss for him by any means, but still. Now, let's talk about CC, and let's talk about, I think her name was Lucy and Zaz. Now, CC is the team captain, and there were a lot of things that happened, and I'll go into, like, those in a bit, but I do want to talk about the main role as a captain. Like, if you're in that role, well, first of all, it was a draft kind of style, so she knew who she was grabbing before, like, she knew who she wanted, and she looked up, like, how these guys played and how they work and all that. And as a captain, you need to think about their playstyles, you need to think about the enemy's playstyle. You got all these things to think about, and it can be kind of stressful, I will admit. So I don't think her saying, like, you just don't bring down the vibes. It's true. You do want a good mentality playing games. I mean, I don't ever hop on just willing to lose. I want to win. It's not fun if you lose every single game, especially with money on the line. But even excluding the money, like, let's not talk about that for right now. She, as a captain, had responsibility to check on the enemy team, how they would play, how your team plays, how they work together and all that. And immediately, if you got arguing between your team, you got to work that out as a neutral party. You can't pick a side and stick with it. You got to hear both their sides. You got to think what's best for your team, because remember, you're the captain. You're wanting to win this, and you have teammates who are expressing their win for this. And I don't think the best solution would be, we're playing for the vibes, we don't care about the money and all that. That definitely was not the smartest decision to ever make. But I think she knew she wanted Widow, like Zaz, to play Widow, and she wanted to build a team around that Widow. And even against Kingsman vocalization of like they're gonna have anti-dive, or they're gonna have dive, and they're gonna have like hard counters and all this. And you can hear it in the other streamers, like in the other contestants VODs and stuff. You can literally hear them break down their plans of how they're gonna deal with certain teams. And the main, most of them, when they were talking about CC's team, was knock out the Widow and take the 5v6. Which, it's true. I mean, that's strategically the best thing to do. So it makes sense. And it's definitely annoying to be on that receiving end. So it's definitely, you gotta, like, you gotta make all these plans. If you're trying to build a plan around Widow, you gotta defend her and you gotta help her out. But most of the times, if you know it's not gonna work or it's not working in general, you need to switch it up. Or at least I think you should switch it up, obviously. Just because it didn't work the first time. Now, I'm gonna go to Zaz now. Or Zaza, I should say. I call her Zaz. Zaza, I believe that's her name. The Widow, who went 0, 5, and 0. Now, again, I can't say I'm not the best player in the game. I mean, you can tell from this background footage, I barely play this game, and there are players thousands of times better than me. But to refuse to switch, or to be only comfortable with one agent at that level of pro play, I don't think it should be allowed, I guess. I mean, obviously you're comfortable with what you're comfortable with. But if you're verbally saying that you only play Widow and you don't know how to play anyone else, or you're not comfortable with playing anyone else, that's only hurting your case of, I mean, you're on this team and you're literally stuck with this one person, which can't play anyone else, and you gotta defend them. It's very difficult. And at least, even if she wasn't comfortable with a character, I do think switching, or at least trying to help the team out a bit more, would have been helpful compared to just playing Widow and pretty much getting annihilated by the enemy team. And I will say that Kingsman did, he was very vocal about her and what was going to happen, and it did happen. But let's go back to that, where Kingsman was very vocal that it was going to happen like that, and he did back off after a minute. But it can be kind of annoying when you're playing your agent that you know you're good at, and you're being told to switch because it's not gonna work. It can be kind of annoying, I will admit. Now, I will also say she had 170 ping, or like around the 200 range, and it is very hard to hit those precise shots when you're that laggy and you're that, like, you have that high of a ping difference compared to the others who run smooth 30. And I believe if you knew the standards, you should be willing to switch, or you should try something out, because I feel like your agent at that high level of ping is not going to work out how you think it's going to work out. And it's annoying to lose like that, where like you're lagging and you're trying to do what you're good at but you can't. But you also got to understand when to pack it in and switch and try and do something different. And then we can go over to Lucy, which I believe, and it's stated before as well, but Lucy was actually Kingsman's old duo. And I believe when Kingsman did hear that he was on a team with Lucy, he was very happy and very excited, because he knew how she played, and he knew, like, he was duoing with her. He knew what to do, like how to work together best with that, with her. Now, it's annoying, and I mean, from watching a couple clips with her, you can definitely tell she's got that like mean girl kind of like vibe, where she's kind of rude, and it's hard to tell like if it's serious or not serious. I will say the Israel joke, though, that was 100% uncalled for. And I believe it's gonna cause a lot more backlash even now, like, so I would hope that she would try and be more calm with the whole scenarios that's going on with everything else, and trying to stay out of the spotlight a bit. But I don't know. I can't really say she did the worst. I mean, making fun of him is fucked up, but I mean, he's trying to pay for college, and he was your old duo. So I could see why she made jokes about it, because she knew him a little bit more personally than the others. But still, it's kind of fucked up when he's verbally expressing that he wants this money, and he's basically getting told to go fuck himself, and he just shut the fuck up, and like, we don't care about the money, we're playing for fun, and we aren't even gonna try, really. So it can be kind of annoying. But I mean, I have really nothing other than that joke to say about her, and unless something else comes to light, I think right now she just needs to stay low, which goes back to Cece and all her that's going on with her and Kingsman. I'm sure you guys saw the quote-unquote CC files that Kingsman posted, and reading through them, I mean, you could tell that she was trying to just get that video taken down because it made her look bad, and she was trying every way to to make sure that he would feel sympathetic and try and take it down. But he stood on his ground and said, "This is a completely unedited VOD. Everything you said is true in this video, and I didn't edit anything, I didn't lie, or I didn't cut out anything." So I believe, yes, it was very smart for him to keep that up. And Cece, she's lost a lot from just everything that's gone on between the sponsorships with her old companies, I guess, that she and just followers and just the mass hate and everything like that. It can be rough. I don't know if making that apology video, which I'm not gonna say it was AI, I'm gonna hope it's not AI, but a lot of people did run it through those testers and it tested positive to be AI and all that. I'm gonna hope it was from her heart. But I will say, you making that video with the AI voice and the VTuber model and all that, it kind of seemed like you were grabbing for sympathy rather than expressing sympathy. As well as people also found that screenshot of you posting some like a insult right after you quote unquote apologized or posted your apology video. So that kind of goes back on what you just said, but I believe it's well justified what she did. I mean, you're supposed to be a leader, and you did not do what you were supposed to do, and you bullied someone because of it, and everything that happened afterwards, it happened for a reason. And again, these things probably would have come out, if not with this tournament, or if not with this drama, had they not been recording, it probably would have come out sooner rather than later. I mean, you could see how they acted, and it's shown that they've done it before with the whole I think there was just recently an Overwatch clip of Zaza whiffing her, on I don't know those characters, but in Overwatch, but basically she whiffed and someone asked her to switch, and she pretty much said the exact same thing where she's not going to switch, like fuck you and all that. And I mean, 9 years difference, and you're still pretty much doing the same thing. If Kingsman wasn't the one, it'd be someone else who'd just show the light on you guys and how you act about it. But again, I'm not going to talk about the characters, and I'm not going to talk about the game itself, because I don't play it like that. I just play it for fun, so I have no clue what was right or wrong or all that. Now, I will say Marvel Rivals, I don't know how they're going to handle it, if they're going to wave it off as a joke with Deadpool, or if they're going to nerf or buff Widow or change her or do something with her. Basically, because nowadays, if you ever go Widow, you're getting compared to Zaza, you're getting compared to throwing, you're quote unquote playing for the vibes and all that, which is funny. I mean, it's a meme, it's all that, but you gotta remember, in Marvel Rivals terms, these characters are supposed to be able to hold their own. They're supposed to be pretty well balanced with each other and have good synergy. So it could be definitely it could be very surprising if you have one character that's, I mean, Black Widow is already considered the throw character, so I will say that with that in mind, I don't know if they will try and change her up a bit more. I would like to see a little bit of a change, but that's just my opinion on when I play her, and I've only played her for about maybe an hour at the time. So yeah, that's my opinion. At least I think they handled it really well. I mean, giving Kingsman some credits was very nice. It showed that they don't welcome bullying in their community. I mean, and they don't allow harassment and all that. So that was very good. And I believe Kingsman has walked away from this with a lot more fans. I will say that because I've also subscribed to him and I've given him my views and my love. I mean, he deserved it. And I will say that even though he was knocked out of this tournament and he was kicked out, I believe he walked away the better man. And hopefully, I would like to see that everything else changes just a bit. Just with the whole, tournament things, I would hope more future hosts would be more lenient and listening to everyone. I would hope most of this wouldn't be brought out again, you need to record what's going on, but I don't know if showing everyone your publicity of this harassment and you saying these things publicly probably is the smartest decision for your career and everything like that. And I would like to say that with Zaza and the boyfriend and all that, her boyfriend who made that Google Doc, even if you made the doc, or even if you had the doc and you sent it through, that should be the host or the tournament host should not have taken that doc and should not have used it, mainly because it's not from one of the contestants. It's from a spectator of one of the contestants who has a bias towards one of the contestants because they're in a relationship. So you need to make sure that before you ever take any piece of information from that, it's genuine and everything like that. And his apology as well, and everyone else's apology. I mean, a lot of backlash for it, a lot of whatever. I can't tell if they're truly sympathetic. I mean, yeah, I'm not living their life. I have no clue in their eyes. I believe they've got what they got in terms of just I don't want to say harassment, but just CC losing her sponsorships, Zaza getting considered compared to a troll, I guess, and just throwing, and Lucy getting the hate for that joke and everything. I think it was gonna happen eventually and everything like that. And just genuinely, I feel like Marvel Rivals is very quick about that. It's one of the quickest scenario uplifts I've ever seen in the gaming world of harassment and stuff, where pretty much one weekend and the 2 days after, everyone who was involved pretty much got called out for it. I mean, you saw Moist Critical make a video, you saw all these people and make these videos and make these their opinions and sharing their support for Kingsman and all that. And I mean, it was a very quick turnaround from everything. And this isn't usually the type of video I make, but I did want to share my opinion because I'm a casual player. I don't play Marvel Rivals like that. Again, I'm very casual. I just play with some buddies. So my first ever POV of listening to the Marvel Rivals drama was Kingsman was in the wrong and he did this bad thing and he was rude to his team and he was misogynistic. So hearing that turnaround so quickly was very shocking to me. I mean, it was very interesting to see how the story played out. And to see how everyone involved with it got their reformations for it. So, it was a very good turnaround. And this isn't what I normally post, but I would like to share my side, that I do agree that it happened for a reason, and these people are getting punished because they were bullying and harassing. And just that Kingsman, again, he walked away from this a bigger man than what he started with. So I'm very happy that it happened like that, and I'm glad that the villain didn't win and the good guys win and everything's like that. So, but yeah, that's all I had to say about the controversy, I guess. I wouldn't even call it that. That's all I had to say about the drama. And about everything else, I mean, it seemed like it worked out really well for Kingsman and just the Marvel Rivals community. They dealt with it quick and fast, and everyone united together. So that was interesting. The next video on this channel will probably be another gaming montage. I posted a couple of my Honey Day Beastworm simulator video boosts. They were small boosts. They were nothing big by any means. I just got lazy and I wanted to start doing that. I am planning to do a little bit more with either Rivals or Minecraft or something. I was supposed to get back to that. I've been very busy. College for me. started back up, so I got really busy with that and this new job and everything. So hopefully there will be some new games that I will be choosing to play, but let me know if you guys got any ideas of what I should play. I got some new games, and I just wanted to make some content on that. So if you guys have anything though, do let me know, and have a great one. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what your opinions on the matter were. Do you think everything was resolved? Do you think it wasn't? Do you think they got punished enough? Do you think they didn't? Whose side were you on? All that. But have a great one, you guys, and see you in the next one.